Hi guys! Well, I wanted to start diving into my vintage collection and talk to you guys about some of my favorite vintage pieces. So, this video is about one of my most favorite necklaces of all times, and that's the Harlow. So, let's get on and see what I have in store for you. So, as I always say, I am a self-admitted Harlow whore because I just absolutely adore the Harlow statement. I love it so much. I mean, I am always scouring. If I can't find the Harlow itself, I always am conceptualizing and buying stones to custom and piece one together because I am just that dedicated. I truly, my mission in life is to own every Harlow, including protos, ever produced by Miss Kendra Scott. I am that obsessed with it. And it will not be willed to my children at my death. No, at a point when I can't adorn these gorgeous statement pieces around this precious neck of mine, then I am going to do a shadow box of all my Harlows color coded. I envision that as just such a beautiful Art Deco piece later on in life. So it's going to have multi-purposes. So my investment and years of hustling and the hunt game will never go to waste. No, 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 no. It will be first shown off to the world upon my body. Then it'll be shown off to the world upon my walls. So I think it's an absolutely stunning piece. I love the stones themselves. This was actually what got me into Kendra. So my first piece ever was a Danielle earring. The second piece that I ever bought of Kendra Scott was, and I still own it because I will never give it away. And I think that's another thing about when you have this hunt game for vintage, it's not just the piece itself or the rarity or that it's a proto. No, it's the story behind it. And this is my first ever Harlow, and it's a Goldstone Harlow. And this is one of my favorite Harlows too. I think Goldstone is a beautiful stone. It's so flashy. It pairs so well for an evening out. I adore this. And the sparkle and the shine that it has is just, it's beautiful. And so this was my first obsession into Harlows. After that, I was hooked, loved it so much that I started hunting and I continue to hunt. I have quite the collection, too much that I can show in a whole video. It's just too much. But I can post a picture like now. As you can see, that's all my Harlows that are adorned onto a table. I have actually acquired a few more that are not in that picture, believe it or not. And that's a recent picture. I think I took it about a month and a half ago. I like to keep an updated picture so that way I can refer to it when I'm late at night on the hunt. And if I see something and I can't remember if I have it or not, I can just look at it. Yes, yes, yes. That is true obsession. But it's a beautiful collection. I'm very proud of it. And I am very grateful to some people who have helped me acquire some of those pieces. I have also had to piece some of those pieces together, stone by stone. I mean, some of these pieces have gotten pretty expensive for me. For instance, one of my other favorites, and it's a newly favorite because I just finally accomplished it. And we're not talking like immediate satisfaction here. If you're going to try to piece a Harlow together, that can take years. And this sucker took me 2 years to finally get all the pieces together for it. And I'm very grateful that I was able to hunt the pieces down. And Harlow stones came in a lot of different frames. So you can get it in the Tila, rings. You have it in the different bracelets. It came in Tyler bib necklaces. I mean, there's a lot of different pieces out there, rings, bracelets, necklaces, that the Harlow stone came in. So you don't have to specifically look for the Harlow. You just have to look for the pieces with the stone in it. This is my smoky quartz. Oh, can we say heaven? Oh, look at it. And it's translucent. So it's not, yes, it's not a full color, but I like the translucent. It gives it a little bit of a different vibe, not so deep on the browns, that you could actually mix it up a lot. I actually have a fuchsia jade that I'm wearing right now with a Allison earring on a short hook. I like actually taking the Allison stones or the Allison earring and putting it on a short hook, because it gives it a total different look. It's just a little bit more simpler of a drop earring. I've noticed that I tend to match my Harlows a lot with the Allisons. I do have Danielle's. I think I've pretty much have accomplished finding a Danielle to match every Harlow that I own. And I do like that, but lately I feel like it's a little on the bulkier side, or maybe too much of that color for me. Whereas I feel like just the teardrop of an Allison helps accentuate the Harlow, but without being it too much of the same color. I hope that makes sense. And that's just my preference lately. You know, we all change. Sometimes I'll go back to wearing every L that matches my Harlows, or whatever the case may be. And sometimes I just wear earrings and not a necklace, or sometimes I'll just wear a necklace and a stud. I'm very mixing it up. There is no one way for me to wear my pieces. So, and I'm pretty sure that's common for most of everybody. But this smoky quartz, man, that is an incredible, amazing piece, and something you don't see every day. It is a rare one. Now, even though that I have quite the collection, there are some ladies out there that just make mine look like peanuts. There are a couple ladies out there on Posh and in the Facebook groups that have some of the most incredible pieces. I really hope that Kendra Scott looks at this video and studies it very well, because there is a huge majority of us that still adore the Harlow and Harley and would love to see it come back with a vengeance, and love to see it in even some previous stones and in some new stones. I mean, there are the Jasper Harlow. This is someone that just acquired the Jasper Harlow. There also is the gray banded Harlow. Isn't that incredible banding? I mean, the banding on this Harlow with that rich gray tone. Oh man, I don't own it. That's why I have to show you pictures. Let's take a look at this orange. Look at this orange banded Harlow. I mean, incredible. And I love those rich orange tones, those red tones. But then I also really adore pink and blues. I just love colors in general. It just is all about my mood, how I'm feeling for the day, and what season it is. I would sell a kidney and donate an arm for that orange. I would. It's just incredible. Let's talk about this platinum druzy. Now this one was only one made, and that was just released in that December Days of Joys in 2020, when Kendra Scott popped out that druzy collection with the Inez, the Argons, the Danielle, and then they only made 2 Harlows, and one was the platinum druzy, and then the other one was white iridescent druzy. And here's a picture of it. I had to crop it out the best that I could so you guys could at least get an idea of it. It is stunning, and I really hope that that was a teaser. Wink, 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 Kendra Scott. I hope it was a teaser so that this winter we get to see it again, because I need one. Or if you just don't want to even invest in it, just call me up. I got the Benjamins. I'm ready to throw the bread your way. Let's make a deal. I'm sure you have a couple extra around. I adore that white druzy. Wish I had it in my collection. Now, there are some other prototypes. I do own a few. I own this beautiful blue illusion. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, there are some other protos that were this illusion too. Like, for instance, this London blue illusion that a Kendra Scott sister owns. Isn't that beautiful, that light color? Oh, just gorgeous. And she also owns this indigo Harlow. I think the picture, it's hard to really see the rich colors of it, but it is a gorgeous Harlow. It really is. And it's stunning on as well. I also own a proto clear green glass. Look at it. It's translucent as well. It's clear like the smoky quartz. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I just love it. Love me enough. But one of my newest ones, and I've already talked about this briefly in a video because I wore it, is this pine jade. Oh, you know, jade is such a beautiful, beautiful stone too. Along with the agates or agates and the jades, I would love to see those revivals with the druzy. Those 3 revivals would be great. And that jasper we just saw. But this was a most recent acquire. Oh, and it's called Pine Jade. And I sold a liver for it, but it was well worth it. I'm just saying, I might need life support soon. I'm not having many organs left to sell for my Harlows. I also have this really beautiful, and the sad thing is sometimes pictures and videos don't do pieces justice. It's definitely, some of these you just have to see in person. But look at this flamingo magnesite Harlow. Look at that. It is so cool. It is rich in pink, but then it has like this coral like color to it too. It's incredible and something really cool. I've never seen it before I owned it. I'll tell you one that I would like to own in the pink hue family is this bubblegum or pink jade Harlow. Isn't that incredible? Oh, Lord have mercy. I would love to have that. See, these are pieces that are timeless. I don't feel that these Harlows and their stones ever lose their finesse with the consumer. I feel that these are timeless pieces that will live on forever. I mean, some of these pieces are very old. These stones are older stones, older pieces, yet they have held up incredibly. The longevity on these pieces are just to be amazed at in itself. The frames have held up well, even though it's, you know, the same brass with the plated gold. They have just the durability on them as well. I have just been so amazed and appreciative of this Harlow collection. And I just really hope that Kendra Scott doesn't lose focus on where the roots came from, because I feel like this is a root piece. This is the foundation piece, one of them. You know, there's plenty of them, but this is one of the foundation pieces, along with the Harley, the sister, that really just signifies Kendra Scott. And when you wear it, people go, oh, that's a Kendra Scott. Well, yes, it is. Thank you very much. And you want to see the rest of my collection? Because I got quite a collection. This is Kendra Scott. Quintessential Kendra Scott. And I just really hope that we can see more of it. If she even peppered it twice a year, every 6 months, I'd be happy. But, you know, quarterly, maybe throw a couple in there and just keep us, you know, hungry wolves satisfied. That'd be awesome. Here is another stunning piece, is the blue agate Harlow. Now, the thing about some of these is you're going to think I'm crazy, and I'm trying to get it up close so you can see the banding in it. I own several of the same necklaces because the color and the hues and the variations can change drastically. Even though it's that same stone, really the colors are not, because look at this. Here it is again, and this is a blue agate Harlow, right? But look how rich the blue is on that compared to this. The blues are different. You know, you have a different hue. So different hues calls for different shirts, and I'm okay with that. My bank account may not be okay with it, but this mama is. I really love it. Now, one of my superstar favorites, it is just a plain Jane. It is actually just a very common Harlow, but the banding in this Harlow is next to none I've ever seen. That is, and it's in gunmetal frame too, by the way. This black banded agate. Look at the white banding on that. This banding is so incredible, folks. Oh my God. This is what dreams are made of. Hashtag KS goals. That is what this is all about. This strong banding in this natural stone adorned on this frame. 7 of those beautiful pieces. Love gunmetal. I wish we saw more gunmetal. I would love gunmetal Allisons. Bring back the Allisons. Let's see it in gunmetal. Even vintage gold. I think that would be really cool too. We're starting to see that though, because they brought the Havana in December, and that was in vintage gold. Now that's a vintage piece, never before in vintage gold. That's really cool. Now let's see it in gunmetal. Let's take back yesteryear's pieces and bring them in today. Just revamp it a little bit. We just saw the Parsons in that silver with that abalone. Holy smoke-a-rollies. Beautiful vintage piece, but revamped for today. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I want to see what was Kendra back to being Kendra again. And again, you know, I always tell you this, the logo pieces. I'll do a video on that of all the logo pieces. I love logos. She has a phenomenal logo. I had logo pillows, logo bed sheets, logo curtains, logo tablecloth. My family knows my obsession. My kids see a box and they go, oh, another Kendra Scott. Well, yes, it is another Kendra Scott. Every day that I have to deal with you in virtual learning is a day that I get to pick out some new Kendra Scott because I earned it. My collection has increased tenfold since this whole situation we've dealt with this last year, because I need to reward myself with all the heartache and pain and stress I've been going through with these 3 kids, work. So what a better way than to celebrate and treat yourself to some more Kendra. I don't see anything wrong. I also adore, you know, just, it doesn't have to be necessarily the fanciest of all fancies. Harlows too. It doesn't have to be that super banded red agate. It doesn't have to be a one and only prototype carnelian. Oh, you want to speak about carnelian? Look at this. It doesn't have to always be that super flashy, rare stone of the sea, of the ocean, and the mountain dragonfires. No, sometimes it's just simplicity is really great too. And I own a prototype white mother of pearl in rose gold. Now, if you know me, I'm not a big rose gold person, but this was a stunning piece I had to own. I think the rose gold looks beautifully all paired up with the white mother of pearl. Gorgeous necklace. Now there's another kind of similar themed one like this, but it's crushed and it's right here. Look at how pretty that is, the crushed mother of pearl. That is a beautiful one. Now that is a proto, and I would love to have that. And speaking about crushed, look at this gold mica. Isn't that just incredible? The gold flakes. Oh, I would like to see gold mica come back again. I think that'd be a beautiful fall. Beautiful fall, winter. Beautiful, beautiful. But then you also, kind of going down on the white theme, here, the more simple color, you have the white banded. Okay, now look at that. Simple, but because you have the banding in it, it just elevates it. It just oompifies it, and then it just gives it a little bit more than just it being plain white Jane. It is just, it gives it a little more texture, a little bit more character to jazz your spirits and your outfit up. I just love these. And if you don't know, I'm looking down at the collection because I just am going to keep showing you until I can't show you no more. I never used to be a real big tiger's eye type of girl. Now there is a tiger's eye Harlow. I don't own one actually because I never really was into tiger's eye. As I get into my collection and things of that nature, I'm actually kind of digging it a bit more. And so I did push the plug on something now. This is Blue Tiger's Eye, and this is a proto. Look at that. Oh, the richness. You get the richness of the browns, but then with the complementary of that blue, that navy blue. How gorgeous is that? It's in a silver frame. It's just stunning. I love this, and I showed it off in a video. You guys have already seen that one. It is a gorgeous piece. Super amazing piece, and one of my favorite. I actually own a lot of blues. I own periwinkle, cat's eye blue. I pretty much have all the greens and the blues possible, with the exception of those rare prototypes I just saw. I don't have those. Those are harder to find, you know. I would love to talk to you about your Harlow, and if you have some stones that you want to sell or just give to me because I'm just so gorgeous. No, I'm just kidding. I never expect anybody to give me anything. Now, the Harlow is really beautiful, but there's also some pieces that are kind of like the Harlow, and I have one that I wanted to kind of just throw into the mix and talk to you before I cut out on this Harlow video, and that is, look at this. This is the Tree of Life, and I think what it represents is so incredible. The Tree of Life. I own this one, and then I also own the Allisons that were made in this collection, and it's a vintage collection. I would love to see Kendra come back with a Tree of Life collection, especially after 2020 and what we had to go through. I think something to signify how precious life is and family and love would be really cool to have once again after the year that we endured. I would love that. I would think it would be awesome on a Harlow to have the tree on the Harlow or the Harley, because a lot of people can't wear Harlows too. You know, we have to mix it up for the groups that want to partake but can't handle the weight of a Harlow. This is one of my favorites, and I actually have heard that they have Harlow stone chandeliers at headquarters. How cool is that? I'd buy one. I would buy a standing light with Harlow stones as a chandelier or a shade on it. That'd be incredible. Oh, I just love the Harlow stone. I'd buy accessories that had just the Harlow stone on it. Now me, I'm so obsessed, I probably cut it up and try to put it into a frame and have the one and only, but just make sure that it's a common stone that I already own the Harlow in, please, Kendra Scott, so I don't go obsessed with, you know, bolt cutters trying to take apart a chandelier. Oh my gosh. It's an obsession. I am addicted, but I would much rather be addicted to Kendra Scott jewelry than some of the other addictions people can get into. I am going to end this video though with just a color bar of so many beautiful Harlows I have run across on the internet that I don't own. I am one of many obsessed Harlow collectors, and that's okay. Competition's fierce, but I got their numbers. I definitely appreciate it though when one of these Kendra Scott sisters get their hands on a rarity, because I am so thankful to see it go into the hands of someone who will appreciate the Harlow and give it the appropriate love and affection that it deserves. And I am sorry about this video for those of you who may not like the Harlow and you have a better choice. I know some of you guys are Harlow killers out there that will hack up a frame and make a Sandra out of it. You know I'm talking to you. Off with your head. No, I'm a firm believer that if it's your piece, you own it. If you want to sell it for 3 times as much as you bought it for, that's your prerogative. If you hack it up, I will be entirely sad and we'll have to have a formal service for the Harlow, but it was your Harlow to do with as you wish. Oh, speaking of that, look at this Harlow, this prototype Harlow, this lilac iridescent matte Harlow. It was sadly sacrificed for Sandra's. So, Kendra Scott, can you please make another one so the rest of us can have it? This one's gone. Permanently gone. We can no longer get it. It went bye-bye, 6 feet under. Or those who own those Sandra stones, can you please forward it to my address, P.O. Box? No, I'm just kidding. It is sad. I'm not going to lie. But, you know, everyone has those pieces. Pieces that I may not find that much value into, and I buy it to hack it up and customize the piece that I like, may really sadden a person who really adores those. Like the Maritza bib necklace, not my favorite. I would actually take the stones out and use those Kavita side stones to put in other pieces. Maybe like the Tyler bib. There's other pieces that I own with the need for those stones, like the Ava necklace. Love me Ava. And I know that that has killed some of my KS sisters' hearts to know that I took that necklace and totally did with what I did with. So to each is their own. I love you guys mucho, mucho, mucho much. I hope you guys are all hanging in there. I know it's a really hard time for our Texans family. All you guys in Texas. Oh, I've been saying the prayers. You are in my thoughts. That's why I felt obligated to get a video out, because I know it's pretty hard right now. And all you have, if you are lucky to have data and cell reception, is the internet. So I wanted to come and produce some videos to get out there for you guys, to give you a little entertainment, to give you a little some sunshine to get you by, because Lord knows I know exactly what you're going through. Living in California, we've had to endure those wildfires 3 years in a row. I just, my heart goes out to you, because I know the fear of the unknown is the worst part of it, especially if you're a parent and you have children. You have to stay strong for them. So many hugs, kisses, thoughts, and prayers go out to all of you. And I know that it's going to get better. This is just temporary. Hang in there. You can. Your Texas strong. I know me, my Texans. My dad was a Texan, so I may be a California girl, but I got the Texan blood in me. And I know they're strong built breeds, and you guys are going to get through this time. And if there's anything that I can do or help you with, you know how to get a hold of me. My Twitter, my Instagram, my email address, my Facebook, all of that stuff is in the comments below. So if you just want to give a shout out or have a sweet message or just want to talk it up about Kendra Scott, let's do it. Make a comment below. I respond timely, or reach out in other ways, because I am first and foremost a human being, and I am here to help in any means possible, within my means, guys. So take care, stay strong. Love you all until the next one. Mwah!